Hello and welcome to Bees to Billionaires, the only podcast where a attractive person meets with Emily and Sam every Thursday to rank everything that both does and doesn't exist in a single itemized list from best to worst from Bees to Billionaires. I'm Joshua Joel.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Sam.
Emily, where have you been? It has been
I can't believe I've been
a little
downgraded.
while. You haven't been showing up to the podcast, and I'm very disappointed in you.
I've been having exams. I've been having to
How
work very hard.
dare you?
I apologise. I'll never have an exam again.
Good. I've been almost tempted to say in recent episodes, I mean, Sam moves up when he attends a recording session, and maybe when you don't attend, you should be dropping down.
I should be.
Maybe I should be jumping up. Maybe I've attended every episode so far. Maybe I should be at the top of the list at this point. I don't know.
No, you're not better than bees.
Who knows?
Nothing can be better than bees.
No, I'm not better than bees.
Yeah, you can go up to second, nothing higher.
I'll take being better than crabs, to be fair.
Or maybe not crabs. Crabs is a touch too far.
Wow, okay. So I can move up one, is what you're saying. I can be better than the Homestuck epilogues.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
But you don't move up just yet. What about me? I need to be moved up first.
I don't have major characters who go under severe and unexplained character shift. That's right, guys. My kidney was racist the whole time. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Okay, yeah. Sam, as per our contract,
Yay.
as per the deal you signed with the Devil, can I just want to move this row in our Excel just up one. It doesn't want to do that. It just wants to replace the one above it.
Well, that's weird.
How have your weeks been? My bodacious babes.
How do I pause the recording? Sorry, there's someone at my door.
Don't pause it. That'll make it really awkward for me editing. Just go open your door. I'll silence you. Yeah.
Right. I'll go on about my day then.
Sure.
Week. It's been rather good. Work's been nice. Just difficult because I've had car problems, and so I've had my loving father drop me off at work, and I then had to take the bus, and I didn't really enjoy it. And they're like, I've been spoiled with my commute.
You'll be very pleased to know that I've had zero car issues.
Yeah. And just be able to play music at the top, and then that loudest volume, sing at the top of my voice. But now I can't.
I guess you can't sing.
No, that's how I, de-stress after a hard day.
Sure.
And then get into the move. As I go in, but so yeah.
Oh man, I went to Tesco's a couple of days ago. Bought some orange juice. Hell yeah! Listen to how good it sips. It didn't get into it didn't get past the Discord filtering. However, it is all over Audacity. Still probably quite quiet, but I got that down me.
I haven't had orange juice in ages.
I bought some Pokemon cards, Sam.
Well, it's great because you know me. I have never played Pokemon.
Pokemon Master, I will
Sam.
He knows them all. What's your top 10 favourite Pokemon?
Probably the ones I can name.
Go for it.
Okay. So there's Charizard.
No hesitation. Just make them up.
Pikachu. Mewtwo.
Yep. Are we going from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10?
Just the ones I can name.
No. Give me what order? What order are you naming them?
The ones I can name.
But what order are these? Because you said I asked for your top 10. Are you going from your number 1 to number 10 or the other way around? Give me an answer.
Number 1 to 10.
Yes, okay. So Charizard, Pikachu, Mewtwo.
And then, Bulbasaur,
Yep.
Digimon? No.
Yes.
Wait, that's
Digimon?
oh no, that is Squirtle.
Yeah.
Magikarp. How could I forget Magikarp?
Oh, thank you. Yeah. He's a good boy.
Oh no, what was the... there's, no, I can't. I'm trying to think...
you must have watched enough kids' TV to know some Pokemon.
I have
though. I
never
guess that's probably
seen
how you knew all of those ones.
Played Pokemon. It's just never interests me.
You should. I'm allowed...
Yeah,
We can officially decide that you had a bad childhood.
Alright.
That's how it works.
Okay. I'll take that as... Yeah, okay.
Man, what were you playing? Like... Digimon, or... Insert viewer's choice of bad children's video game here. What was your favourite DS game, Sam?
Oh, favourite DS game?
Hi, apologies. Yeah.
Oh,
Hard living in a flat with lots of people.
yeah.
Favourite DS game? I think Mario Kart. I really love playing Mario Kart DS.
Fair enough. I never owned Mario Kart DS, I should say. They should... I'm sad that they don't...
I was the king at that game.
That had, like, events or quests or whatever they called them. And that should come back. That looked like a very cool feature. I played a bit of it. It was a cool feature.
What I do like about with the DS version was that, like, you can get a bunch of friends, like, if only one person need to have Mario Kart DS, then everyone could play it.
Yeah, it was a very good
So, yeah.
like design choice.
Yeah, and you were always a shy guy, and I don't know why, but that was always my favourite character, and I was so annoyed I couldn't play him. But I just liked being shy guy.
You wanted to be punished for not having the game.
Yes, it was really weird because I really like Shy Guy. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He looks cute.
Emilie, I bought a tin of Pokemon cards at Tesco's.
Okay.
I always got to go to Tesco's because Sajad works there and he lets me use his employee discount. Shh! Don't tell Mr. Tesco's. And yeah, so I bought this mix of the whiskey and sherry.
Very
and
nice.
I bought a tin of Pokemon cards and I bought some orange juice. It was pretty fun. Man, I got some... This is now a Pokemon podcast. I got some good pulls. Well, no, I got a couple okay pulls, I guess. It's a Galarian Slowbro tin, so it's got my boy. So I actually haven't seen Galarian Slowbro in the games or whatever, because I haven't played Sword and Shield. I'm looking at that. Is this shell all the versions of like there's Slowbro and Slowking, and one of them has a shell Pokemon thing that's bitten down its tail. The other one, it's onto his head. It looks like it's actually on his arm, and it's like a gun. So there you go. What a fun little bit of design they've put in there. I googled him, and one of the first image results is a Slowbro who's got the shell on his hand, but it's the Thanos gauntlet, Infinity Gauntlet, which is fun. But yeah, it's kind of odd that they put a V card. So this is Galarian Slowbro V. And it's weird that that's like the title card of the front and center card of the tin, because tins always get you like super cool badass cards that were ridiculously strong. Like I have some of the cards I had as a kid, all like my very strongest cards were the ones from the tins. Like I had Cynthian's Cynthia's Garchomp and Cynthia's Rayquaza, which he actually never had in the games or anime. And those were ridiculously strong. But this is like the second. Like, this is the not important card of the current expansion. They V cards turn into VMAX cards. So the whole point is they're like a precursor to like a bigger, even stronger Pokemon, and that's not what you get in the tin anymore. And that feels mean that they've devalued the guaranteed card you get from a tin. Though after I've gone that spiel, I realised that you play a VMAX card by putting it onto a V card. So whilst it's more powerful, it works like evolution. I guess that if you just got a VMAX card from a tin, you wouldn't actually be able to play it in the game, even though no one's ever played the Pokemon trading card game. But yeah, I also got a Pikachu V, and one of the packs I got was really old. It was like a really old set. Back from when EXs were a type of card, and I got an Espeon EX, and that was fun. I've enjoyed this silent rant of me talking to myself, because no one else knows what to add.
I don't know
Pikachu!
What was that?
Yeah, I was going Pikachu.
Oh, cool. I just heard the end as I just heard you going, choo!
The Discord
before we started, Sam was saying how he's got a cold at the moment, and so he might sneeze, and he doesn't. And I was just yelling at him for how dare he have basic human responses, and if he messes up the audio, he'll be banned from the podcast. And so I thought you were... Just hear you yell, chew. I thought you were sneezing.
No, Discord must have not picked up the end bit. That's hilarious.
So whilst you were gone, Emily, I got Sam to tell me his top 10 favourite Pokemon. Sam has never played Pokemon. Apparently, never watched Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
So he named some alright ones. I got
Charizard, Mewtwo.
Charizard, Pikachu, Mewtwo. Later on, he said Squirtle, Magikarp. We also got fan favourites Bulbasaur and Digimon.
Digimon?
Which was Digimon. I enjoyed that because you got a portmanteau of Digimon, which was Pokemon's competitor, but you made it a Didgeridoo, which that could be a Pokemon, I think. I want to see a Didgeridoo Pokemon.
I feel like are there musical Pokemons?
Well, are there? I don't think there's any Pokemon that are like musical instruments or whatever, but we do have a set of keys.
Oh, really?
So anything's possible. Yeah, do you not know about Klefki? They were Gen 7. They were,
I don't think I know that far ahead.
They're a fairy steel Pokemon.
I
googled Didgeridoo Pokemon. Sorry, I occasioned a Didgeridoo Pokemon, which actually means I binged it. And one of the first results is Kangaroo Jack.
Oh no!
Man, we should watch that our movie night.
Oh yeah, I've heard something about the trailer.
We actually shouldn't.
Yeah, no, it's very bad. It was.
It's not. It barely stars Kangaroo Jack, but he was in all of the promotional material because the studio basically realised, or the execs or whoever, realised that the film that whatever filmmaker had made with their money kind of sucked. And so they made every single one of the trailers was based off like this cool scene with a hallucination of a kangaroo. That's like 2 minutes of the film. That's what I've heard, at least.
Yeah, I've heard it's a very raunchy film and totally not family friendly. So there was a huge backlash when a bunch of like parents took their kids towards this very raunchy film.
It's a nice kangaroo movie.
Yeah, so I think that was the controversy of the film.
Mm.
But apart from that, it's terrible.
Yeah. Matt.
Oh yeah,
I feel like at the end
Mudkip to Charmander.
I like Mudkip. Charmander.
Eevee.
Yes. Emilie, what's your favourite Pokemon?
I quite like the grass types. There's this
Bulbasaur.
Yeah, Bulbasaur's definitely a favourite. But there's this like hedgehog with flowers. Shaman. I think that one's my favourite.
Yes. Shaman's pretty good.
And I never actually fully played Black and White, but there's the one cactus Pokemon from it, which I think is cool.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my top 3 at least.
Oh, I just searched on Google for Shaman. That's super cute. Has it got like a rose
2
on
forms as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
very cute and flowery.
Magical sky.
Oh wait, does it turn into a deer thing?
Yeah, and it can fly when it does that.
Oh.
So that's its sky.
Oh, that's cool.
Had the Mystery Dungeon games, and that was one of the main characters or something.
Well, that's weird. So so they made Explorers of Time and Darkness, which were in the actual Pokemon games. They released them twice, and they're like, oh, some Pokemon are version exclusive, so to try and incentivize trading, which is kind of stupid, and especially stupid, I feel like, more in the modern day when like the games themselves make it so you can trade with anyone in the world, and then there's like there's almost like there's like a trading board for Pokemon. You can say, I'm looking for this and I've got this. You know, it's like Tinder, you know, I'm a male looking for a Gyarados. And so now the version exclusives are kind of pointless, I feel like, because no one's like, you still have to trade, but trading is still, I think, often a single player experience. Like the most efficient way of trading is as a single player experience. And also, but from the very beginning, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, literally, I don't think there is a single point to get to the differentiation between Explorers of Darkness and Explorers of Time. But yeah, then they made a third one, which was Explorers of Sky, and that had the Shaman like little quest line in it, and that's the refined, proper version of the Pokemon game, which is another sketchy thing that the Pokemon series does. It's just released a better version of the game a year later. Anyway, that's my rant over. They did the thing that's kind of weird. They made it so that Shaman was a species, when Shaman is a legendary Pokemon, which always implies that it's a unique being.
Oh, is it? I thought there was lots of them, like the other ones.
Well, it's not even a legendary Pokemon, it's a mythical Pokemon, which doesn't actually lead to any difference, but it means that instead of them being like a super rare Pokemon in the world, but then it's just something that you can meet by playing the game. As with all other Pokemon, a mythical Pokemon is just given out at like events. So you go to game, but they're like kind of even rarer in universe. They're kind of treated as, or arguably treated as, even though there's one of every legendary and there's one of every mythical. And I don't know, it's not an important distinction to make. Anyway, my point is, I think there being multiple Shaman kind of goes against that, so I think that's a bit whack. But yeah. Anyway, I'll shut up. Oh, I haven't said the thing. This is a podcast about a list. Obviously, we're building a list of everything that exists. I'll summarize the list in 5 things that we'll use as our benchmark for the rest of the episode. So number 1, that's bees, followed by Fallout New Vegas, the video game, followed by Pokemon Platinum, followed by the song Flight of the Bumblebees that we use as our theme tune, followed by, at the very bottom of the list, non-believers, people who haven't taken the list into their hearts and use it to guide every single moral decision of their lives. Cool. I feel like after all those spiels, we should rank at least something.
shoving Bulbasaur somewhere.
Bulbasaur. So, you've been pronouncing that wrong the whole time, by the way, which I've been mirroring because I think it's funny. Bulbasaur is, yeah, he's good. He's a little like dinosaur boy, as I think most of the, well, like I think all the grass starters are kind of based off dinosaurs. But he looks more like a frog. Or like his later form looks a bit more like a frog, and he's got like a little flower on his back. He's a happy boy. He's a happy little baby, and he's one of the only, if not the only, star that starts as a dual type. He's grass and poison, and I love him. So, what are your gut reactions? I mean, Pokemon Platinum, Fallout New Vegas. Are we treating him as an abstract game concept, a abstract idea for a species, or as a real species or a real individual?
I think we should treat him as if he was real.
Yeah. Are we going for the species? Are we going for an individual? This is the problem. It's very open-ended.
Well, a species, right? Like he is in the game.
Yeah, sure. But we'll also treat the, yeah, cool. So, I think we have to say that they're better than Fallout New Vegas, better than Pokemon Platinum, probably worse than bees.
Yeah.
What happens when a bee? So Bulbasaur has a flower on his back. Does the flower have pollen? Do bees take pollen from Bulbasaur? Can Bulbasaurs reproduce like that? I have many questions, and I hope
wouldn't know where to start thinking about that.
I'm going to have to send a very descriptive and vivid email to Miyamoto about my ideas of how Pokemon reproduce. I don't know if Miyamoto is the right person. He's a dude at Nintendo, which is all I need. All I need.
That's just... Oh. I have no clue where to put them. Just I have.
I assume you know what Bulbasaur looks like.
Yeah, I have
you
the
have
Google
a basic
image.
idea.
I have the Google image
of what a Bulbasaur is.
He looks like a dinosaur with a palm tree on the back, which is
a palm tree.
Well, I got the evolution thing, so I can see. It's like the bulb turns into a palm tree, which, hey, there could be coconuts on the top of there. Imagine, like. What's it, like 50 people died from coconuts falling on them?
I guess it's
Oof,
it's like
he's a health and safety hazard.
Foot or two. I don't know if you're looking at some kind of whack theoretical design for a Venusaur. It doesn't look like a palm tree to me. It's like it's only a couple feet off its back.
Oh.
It's like a little baby tree.
Wow, that's a big... Yeah, I was mislead. My goodness. I was misleaded. Oh,
Maybe that's... I'm sure that exists. That's like a competition, pure pedigree breed of Venusaur. So I'm really bred for that.
Well, there could still be
found.
There could still be like coconuts falling from it. It could still be a health and safety hazard.
They've released Mega Pokemon in recent years, so they're basically a way to capitalize on old Pokemon. And yeah, they're a further evolution, but it's like a temporary further one, which it's and you can only have one of them per battle. Out of your team of 6, only one of them can Mega Evolve. So yeah, what you found is the Mega Evolution. I think I'd seen the Venusaur one. I don't think I've ever used the Venusaur Mega Evolution. Not that that matters. I would like to say, so I'm sure we all agree that the living being Bulbasaur is probably better than Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, if I had this as a pet, it would be super cool. Like,
totally. So, I think obviously Fallout New Vegas is currently 19 on the list, so I think I'm just gonna go halfway. Take us to Akira, the movie. Would he be better than Akira, the movie? It's a very good movie.
A real one would be, yeah.
Yes, cool. So, let's start with again. Homestuck epilogues. Me and Emilie. Where does it compare?
Definitely better than at least me.
I have to say, I have to say that, like, yeah, an entire species. I also think maybe it's partially because obviously they're always, portrayed in kids' media. They're always happy, though. I don't know if... Because it's kind of a natural state of the world that everything kind of sucks. Like, every living being that is able to feel a sensation experiences suffering. Maybe Bulbasaurs are like... They're free of the original sin. They're perpetually happy. They come from this world of... imagination and childhood, or perhaps we're dragging these happy-go-lucky fellows from a happy fictional world into our horrific reality, and hence, granting them the ability to feel pain. Anyway,
I feel as though they'd be blissfully ignorant.
That's good. Yeah. Well, we can accept that as the reality we choose to believe in. I also think it's better than. Oh, we'll say that. I'm sure you both think that they're probably better than the Homestuck epilogues.
Yeah. No, is Bulbasaur going up there with Crabs?
I think. Well, yeah. This is the thing.
Crabs
I think
has to be above because Crabs exist and Bulbasaur doesn't.
Okay, but that's the thing. It's like this is going to be the next time that Doofenshmirtz. He, Perry the Platypus busts in. He's like, you haven't seen my latest. Wait, what does he sound like? Oh man, my latest. No. Perry the Platypus, my greatest invention yet, the crab into Bulbasaurinator. So you have to weigh them up as equal. Get rid of the context. Just think of these two objective creatures, and does Perry the Platypus stop him or not? Well, in that case, he does, because all the Bulbasaurs would drown, all the ones in the ocean. But ignore that.
Oh, no.
It releases a pathogen into the air that turns crabs into Bulbasaurs, so they have to be breathing air. There we go. Not even Doofenshmirtz. He's not that mean. So, yeah, Sam, a Bulbasaur or a crab? Crabs are evolutionarily, the perfect being, very well adapted. However, Bulbasaur, he can cast synthesis.
I have no clue what that means.
He can use Leech Seed, Fine Whip. He can get
he has
things from a high
abilities.
No. Photosynthesis, Sam.
This is. I wasn't taught this at school.
That's the ability to absorb sunlight and make energy from it. That all plants possess.
No. I thought you meant.
I did just say the word synthesis, which to be fair is a bit vaguer. I think in the anime, their Vine Whip is inexplicitly also able to grab. They're just limbs. You can grab things from tall shelves. That's the thing a crab can't do.
Yeah, I'm just happy putting it anywhere because I just can't
be crabs
for this. Below,
I think bee crabs are a very important part of bee society, which is why, of course, they've naturally evolved to exist and are the centerpiece of any beehive. But I do also think that a Bulbasaur is slightly better than that. I don't think they're as good as a legendary bee unicorn, but I think they are better than a bee crab. Emily, would you like to comment on this issue?
Not better than a bee crab, of course.
You think? Oh, you don't think a Bulbasaur is as good as a bee crab?
Aha, 2-1. We win.
I don't know. I'd have to say a bee crab. I don't know. It's just I feel like there could be so many different types of bee crabs, whereas there's only one type of Bulbasaur.
Sure. Yeah.
So I want to put it at 4, just underneath. But
okay, there we go. Number 4, Bulbasaur. Or Bulbasaurs, I guess. Can we do in the whole species? Wow. That was good work today, lads. We did it. We really brought it home. Ooh. Do you guys like your orange juice with or without pip?
Without.
Ooh. Depends. I do like...
On what?
Like in the morning, if I'm having like a hearty fried breakfast with it, then yeah, I like it with bits.
But not in the afternoon?
But
what's the defining... What causes that toggle, Sam?
I feel... Like, if I'm having something like a hearty meal with it, like something salty, like, say, bacon and such, like, maybe the bits will kind of lush around, but then if I'm in the evening, I don't want to deal with all those bits, you know? I just want straight OJ.
You know, maybe you're on a diet and you're like, oh, that's a bit too much solid food in there for me. Just want the liquid, please.
No, I think with the...
I thought that was funny.
With the bits, I think is better, because if it's more like it's been freshly squeezed, and like... Yeah, I'm realising this is really weird that I like it in certain moments.
Okay, so I would like to... Let's start with orange juice without pips, and I want to slap that on the list. So, looking at our summary of 5, what are you thinking? I think it's worse than Pokemon Platinum, which is our midpoint.
Yeah, I think it should be low, just because it's kind of like basic food items, and basic food items are low, not because they're bad, but...
Yeah, it's nothing special.
To Flight of the Bumblebee.
Flight of the Bumblebee, I think it's below Flight of the Bumblebee.
Yeah, I honestly think that Flight of the Bumblebee has improved just by nature of being on this podcast, I think. It's more important, much like Sam.
Yay.
I think... Because I think I enjoy orange juice more than Flight of the Bumblebee, but at the same time, I do recall really struggling to find a theme for this podcast and then just searching B classical music and instantly finding the perfect solution. And that's... You know, saved me a lot of hassle, and therefore it must be better than orange juice.
I would actually put it just below Flight the Bumblebee.
That's what I was going to say. I think that I would say just below. Directly following Flight of the Bumblebee's cheese on toast. Are we saying that?
Yeah, I would much
orange
prefer...
juice is better than cheese on toast.
Much prefer orange juice to cheese on toast.
I put cheese on toast above.
Oh. Well, I do think you've just been outvoted, so I'm just going to go right ahead.
Okay.
You guys have to talk whilst I'm typing.
No.
We refuse to.
Okay. Damn, I can't believe the podcast is bad now. And it's all your fault.
Haha, this was part of my plan of joining in. I'm slowly ruining it.
Are Bulbasaur's animals? Are they going under that category?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. This is episode 13, right?
Oh,
good stuff.
It's the unlucky number. Oh no.
Is that an unlucky number?
Yeah.
Oh, I've lost orange juice. Where did I put it? Okay, I need to put without pip. Oh no, not pip. Pulp. Oh, I've been saying pip this whole time. Those are like seed. You don't want that.
I knew what you meant, but I was a bit confused. Like...
Okay, with pulp, my obvious vote is that it's better than regular orange juice without pulp, because I'm correct.
So you like chewing your fluids?
I love chewing my fluids.
Ah, I see. I'm opposed to that.
You have to chew. You don't chew orange juice with pulp. It's just there. It's just different texture.
But you still have to move it around in your mouth.
Hell yeah, baby. Sam.
So
overall, is it better or worse?
There's the thing that I would put it the same, just because I like it.
You really don't
in the
get
morning,
to.
And I like
You're
it. You're
our tiebreaker. You have to.
I would put it just below.
You would put. Oh, are you serious?
Yes.
Sam, I have been nothing but kind and civil to you since you joined this podcast. I have been as supportive and as welcoming as I possibly can, and yet here you are.
Wait, I've just changed my mind. I think it just goes slightly above. I don't know why I have this feeling. I guess it's just a hunch. Ooh,
I can't actually strong arm you, Sam. This list is objectively correct.
I don't know what came over me then.
I won't.
It was just.
Are you saying directly above?
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, I'd prefer orange juice to some stuff that's slightly higher above. Number 58 is currently where orange juice without pulp is sitting. Number 56, 2 ranks higher, is jam on toast. What do you guys think compared to jam on toast?
Jam on toast is amazing. It's not right? Nowhere near to that standard.
Alright, so I guess it's remaining worse than Flight of the Bumblebee as well.
Yeah.
We're still just saying blammo. Okay, number 58, bumping orange juice without pulp to 59, is orange juice with pulp.
Brilliant. Right. So we go on to movie night. Lovely.
You guys need to learn how to start talking when I'm not paying attention.
I said something, and I take the stunned silence as a no, Sam. You can't say that. You do not have the power to say this. You have offended his almighty ruler.
Look, Sam, I'm going to have to officially say that you can't make any kind of assertion to me being any kind of dictator or leader or no one.
Rango, it's a
please
film.
Don't imply that I'm better than you. I'm silencing you. That's the joke.
It stars.
I'm controlling your voice.
It stars your boy Johnny Depp. He's a chameleon. It's a Western.
In the Wild West. It's very self-aware. Emilie, have you seen this film? Because you didn't show up to movie night.
I have. I wasn't there for movie night, but I have seen it.
Man, I watched it a few years ago. It's a really good film. I'm very chuffed about that. Can I look at? Oh, it's kind of hard to say. So obviously, it's it's not just a Western, but it's like a mystery and a comedy, of course. So he shows up in this town and there's no water, and water is their currency, which feels like a very flexible. I guess all currencies are able to shift value, but it's like water. The very currency there is an income of their currency into their town and an outcome in the fact that people drink water and it evaporates and it only sometimes kind of rains, which is a very smart thing to base your currency on, I think. But the water's all dried up.
Oh no! And what are we gonna do?
But someone claims that someone's been dumping water in the desert. So what's been happening? Where's all the water going? It's a conspiracy going right on to the top. And very, very enjoyable.
What I remember the most is the character designs. I remember they're quite unique, but they're really interesting, and I feel like they fit the story well as well.
There's some really fun things about it because when they were making this film, they had I don't know, 10 years or something creating it, because it keep getting postponed. But they had 4 different artists creating the character designs, and so what they will do is they will tell the artist, "Yo, make this character like this hedgehog girl. Go make this hedgehog girl," and each one had a distinct art style. So then of course they all draw the characters, come back together, see each other's artwork, then go back and then steal from each other's ideas, and then come back with the character again. And essentially they did that with every character. So they had just ages of just playing around with character ideas, and it's just really fun to see how they all came together. Another cool thing about the film is how it was made. Essentially was that they got all the actors together there, and instead of having them do their lines in the recording booth, they shot the scene with the actors physically acting it all out. So in that way, the actors could like improv off each other. They can do their acting chops and do the whole scene of physically act out the scene, and then the animators will then refer what they did and put it in the movie. Because hey, you got actors, you got big budget actors. Why not use it as reference? And
I think it's super uncommon for voice actors to record together, although it doesn't always happen. But if they were like physically using the space and like literally,
usually animators would just record themselves acting it out. That's what they would normally do. However, it's they're like, you got the actors. Why not use it? And it's a shame that there's not many studios do as much more, because it's much cheaper having the actors come in and then in 2 weeks get every single line out and then off they go, rather than having them to physically come in, like shoot the film and all that. But you can tell that there's a lot of love has went into this film, and you can really tell sort of like how much it comes out.
Oh, there was some proper zingers of jokes as well. Not just that, there was a lot of meta ones. Like the film opens with Rango saying that the play that he's making really needs is a reluctant hero, and then a forceful, fated push into adventure. And then that's the moment when the little cage, like aquarium, what do you call it, the thingy that he's in, falls out the back of the car going across, driving through the Nevada desert, and he's thrust into adventure. And they do that quite a lot, just like stating the narrative device that is about to play out in front of you, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, it's very quippy and sort of punchy. It's quite, and it really works well with the animation as well. Sort of. I want to fire it straight to our benchmark of a really good film, Kung Fu Panda 2. I want to compare these two films. Yeah, I think that's a good shout.
As in, give me your thoughts. Which one's better?
I'd like to say Rango's better.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's been a little while since I've watched Kung Fu Panda 2. They're both good for not for very different reasons, but for some different reasons. I think the jokes in Rango are better.
It's
obviously Kung Fu Panda 2, as I've said many times, made me cry 3 times. Although, to be fair, there was no flashback to Rango's entire species being slaughtered in front of him. So, I mean, it's a bit of a... it's a high bar.
It loses point there, unfortunately.
But
I mean,
to be fair,
a good genocide does make it go up the list a bit quicker.
I mean, they both do philosophical things about inner peace and finding yourself, and Kung Fu Panda 2's inner peace montage made me cry, whereas Rango's did not. Although I don't think they really had a...
No, Rango's was a bit more gritty.
Conversation and stuff. What do you mean it was a bit more gritty?
Well, the whole...
Kung Fu Panda 2 showed genocide. Please tell me how Rango is more gritty.
It's the way it's shown, right?
It's in a more ugly way.
You mean the art style is
in a good way.
Bit...
It's ugly in a good way. Also,
yeah, I feel that.
Oh, the villain. Oh, I just love the design of the villain. Sorry. Actually, I love the design of the villains in both the films.
Do you mean
your boy
Six-shooter Rattlesnake Jack?
Rattlesnake Jake.
Rattlesnake Jake.
He has the gun tail, right?
Yeah.
His rattlesnake, rattle is a literal minigun.
Yeah, that's so
it's
cool.
So cool. It's such a cool design, and like he calls it rattles, and then it's like all the rattling at the chambers, and it's there like, oh yes, it's too good. You could tell how much time. The artist had so much fun creating all these characters.
I think Rango isn't as good as Kung Fu Panda 2. I think it's really close. Oh, I don't know. They're both so good in so many different ways.
Yeah, I love Kung Fu Panda 2 in the villain in that is just so dark, but also so...
He's having fun with it.
So compelling, and also so understanding. You can understand why he feels this way. Like he's trying to please his parents, but
is he?
That's the point.
No, he's angry at his parents.
He tried to please his parents, and his parents got angry because he genocided the whole panda race.
Right. All right. Yeah.
And so he's kind of a broken person because he's never been truly loved. But
I think the NPC scene made up to me in Kung Fu Panda 2, so I'm going to have to say it's better. So, Emilie, Sam, final verdict, come on.
I would put it a little lower. I'd put it underneath Kung Fu Panda 2.
Oh, Emilie.
I would say above, but I feel like this is going to be a 2-against-1 situation.
Yeah, it looks like it. I think the next film below Kung Fu Panda 2 is Blade Runner.
Oh.
I think we might all agree that Rango's better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Number 40 on the list is Rango.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Oh.
Emilie, you did ask before we started recording, because I had a cat in here, if we were going to review cats.
Yeah.
And we could do. Please, opening statements.
Instantly, I want to put cats right at the top of the list. Somewhere in the top 3 region. I don't know, I love cats. I have a cat myself as well. And I really appreciate my cat's company. And I don't mean that to sound as sad as it is.
I don't think it's that sad. So, well, I think so. This podcast has always been. We pride ourselves on being anti-human here, or at least I do. Although the list clearly reflects it, and the list is, of course, objectively correct. It is 72 out of 77, which is quite extreme. So I want to ask. Sorry, I distracted myself by I did something on the list wrong.
Cats are.
Thank you. I think so. Humans suck because we have inherently caused suffering to ourselves and others, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you not argue that that the cat perhaps also is capable of causing suffering? I've seen my cat kill a lot of mice and attempt to kill a lot of birds, but always failed. Despite the fact that she always has a full bowl of food. So you think that maybe, that's unnecessary suffering that the species of cat is capable of doling out just because?
Well, from my understanding, the cats are doing it out of love for you, because they're trying to hunt for you so they can show you how to hunt. At least I read that somewhere.
I have read that somewhere. I don't know if it's citation needed, but yeah, the idea that they never see you hunt and therefore they're going to come give you a little gift. However, my cat has never brought me a mouse. She has merely brought it inside to eat. So, I disagree with that statement.
That does remind me. My cat has eaten a whole mouse under my bed before.
That isn't true of my cat, at least.
All
if
I know is that
you do find a mouse, like delicately placed on top of a plate within, a fine kind of bloody sauce, candlelight alongside a platter of milk for you, then yeah, I agree. But I just see my cat eating mice herself.
All I know is I'm actually not a cat person, but that's mainly because my parents are allergic to cats. So, I mean, I like cats. I'm happy to stroke it, but I think because of it, I've never been much of a cat person. In fact, I want to represent Team Dog over here.
Maybe you're just not good enough for cats.
Maybe that could be a possibility, because I do kind of see. Mostly, I just see cats as what's it? They're mainly like jerks. That's like they're very. Well, that's like the joke with like, dude, that cats are just selfish jerks that don't care about you.
No,
Meanwhile, a dog would just worship his entire life because you walked into the door. They're like, oh, would you give me take me on a walk? Take me on a walk. Here's a ball. Here's a ball. I brought you a ball. You have to throw it for me, then I'll bring it back. It's just. That's all. Every day I come back home to that, and they're like, "Yes, you love me," but I can appreciate sort of a cat shows love in a bit more. It's on the cat's terms, and
and there's something a lot more
honest.
Kind of gentle and very sweet about like the way that cats come and get affection. I think.
Yeah,
I think it's very nice. I honestly I have no idea where to place cats. So Emilie's gut reaction is quite. To be fair, most animals we like, apart from crickets and people, they're all at the very top of the list. The majestic unicorn bee. Who could forget? So is everyone's gut reaction to put cats up there? I mean,
think at least top 10. If we can determine if it's better than the Homestuck epilogues, then that'd be a good justification.
Ooh, wow, that's a tall order.
I mean, I'll put them up there if dogs can also go up there as well, because I want to represent all the viewers of dog people as well. They're probably screaming.
Could we say cats and dogs are equal?
Oh, well,
No.
that could be the big argument then.
That goes diametrically against the list, apart from for item number 7, which is me and Emily. So we could. Man, I feel like Sam. What's your view? Do you think that cats are better or worse than the Homestuck epilogues? I'm almost. I think I have to defend my.
I do think that they're better than the Homestuck epilogues. I just like, you do go on about Homestuck. It was like literally you keep messaging us about Homestuck, and it's been like 3 weeks since you read them all.
Just dropping.
It's very funny. So I do kind of want to put cats above it just because.
Well. Okay. Sure, okay. Cats versus crabs. Come on, let's go.
Oh, ooh.
I like cats more, but I think crabs have more intrigue.
Oh, yeah? Sam?
I spent many a summer a holiday home crabbing, and crabs are pretty cool. So yeah, I'll put crabs above cats.
Damn. That's quite...
Crabbing's fun. I like crabbing.
I'm kind of surprised to hear... The cats are... I'm surprised to hear them being put below crabs, to be perfectly honest. But, sure, cats are number 6 on the list. Making the top 6 items on the list are all animals, which I guess is fine. It's just amusing. I mean, one of those animals... 3 of those animals don't exist. But... Oh well. Oh no.
Oh no.
It's fine. Nothing happened.
But can we quickly just shove dogs up there as well? And get that over and done with.
Oh. Well, you mean dogs? The things that are literally worse than tractors?
Ooh, what?
No. Oh. I disagree. Though, I mean, some of these items I'm looking at, Scott Howe from Monster Prom. Oh,
he's a dog. He's half a dog. That's the half
Fire
of his
salamanders.
appeal.
Oh. Myself.
Dogs are great. Dogs are cute. And
where would you propose dogs?
I'll put them below cats because I just so then as to
that's
be
your
optimistic.
Political answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just have a gut feeling just to put it below cats for some reason. Again,
Emily, where do you sit?
Below cats, obviously. But I want to say again, below cats.
Right.
But again,
Yes.
I think they'd be better than the Homestuck epilogues. I guess it depends on the type of
Team
dog as
dog.
well.
Let's go. Team dog. Woo.
Can we separate Chihuahuas from dogs?
Oh, most certainly. Chihuahuas could go at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
It's just, they're not dogs.
They're
That's
rodents.
yeah, yes.
Wow. Not a rodent. I've seen some pretty cute mice in my time.
They're worse than rodents in that case.
Yeah, but imagine if you had a rat and that was somehow called a dog. It's no, it's a disgrace to dog kind.
So am I to put dogs excluding Chihuahuas in the number 7 slot?
Yeah, and then can you put Chihuahuas at the very bottom? Oh,
I have no idea how to spell Chihuahuas.
Oh, I hate Chihuahuas. Look so dumb.
I'm gonna have to Google it.
Their eyes are disgusting and horrid.
And yeah, and it's always like, why are they like the go-to? Just the fancy, like it's always the cliched like a blonde like woman with the poor thing in her handbag, and it's there like. What can it literally not walk because it's just its legs are too small?
Okay, so you think that Chihuahuas are worse than Awkward Silence?
Yeah.
Oh, most certainly, yes.
I think so. Chihuahuas. I feel like if I saw a Chihuahua, I wouldn't have like a.
They have like so many
bad
health problems.
Experience.
Yeah,
I have a primal urge to kick them.
Then
so you're proposing that they're not just a not good thing. You're proposing that the mere existence of them is in some way sinful and bad.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're saying that Emilie, do you feel the urge to kick Chihuahuas more than you feel the urge to kick beans on toast?
I would slap beans on toast off a table, but a Chihuahua, I would kick it so far. I could tolerate being in a room with beans on toast in the other corner of the room. But
You don't live on the ground floor, do you?
No, I don't.
So you could kick a Chihuahua pretty far.
Yeah, exactly. It can bounce a bit.
Okay, so Chihuahuas versus humans.
Oh, Chihuahuas are like worse than humans. They're just ugh.
Okay, a bee that happens to be a billionaire. Number 76.
No, it's Josh. It's gonna keep going down.
Yeah, at least bees can do something productive. Trucks, that's at least you can drive it. Chihuahuas, what can they do?
But they're killing the environment. They don't really do anything
at least
cool.
they're somewhat cool. I mean,
they have bad decorations and they drive around in a circle and maybe over some other trucks. There's barely anything you can do with a monster truck.
You know what? They're still quieter than Chihuahuas.
It's a big boy.
Okay, so the existence of colds versus Chihuahuas.
I'd rather have a cold than a Chihuahua. If I had a pet cold, I would much rather but I could deal with that better than
so either you have a cold
of owning a dog, which is
either colds will continue to exist. So the world cures colds. All colds are cured. Either you can delay the colds coming out for a year, in which case colds will continue to exist. You and people you love will still have colds for that year. Or you will have to have a Chihuahua for a year.
I would abuse the Chihuahua.
I just don't want the dog.
Okay. Chihuahuas or billionaires?
No, because billionaires own Chihuahuas, so...
Oh, so it's like, do you want to get rid of... it's like the symptom or the cause.
Hand in hand.
There could be one billionaire who could put down every Chihuahua.
If we taxed Jeff Bezos enough to the point that he was no longer a billionaire, you could use that money to kill Chihuahuas.
Yeah. There's a Disney film about this. There's a Disney film about that one lady who likes killing dogs.
So Chihuahuas are better than billionaires.
We get Cruella de Vil to get. Oh no, there's like a film which is focused around Chihuahuas. Just like which other Dalmatians take Chihuahuas instead. Oh.
Okay, so number 79 out of 81, better than billionaires but worse than colds are Chihuahuas. Are we agreed on this?
Absolutely. Oh. I feel so cathartic. That was so cathartic.
Wow.
I did not realise my hatred for Chihuahuas was that strong. Oh
man.
I'm knackered now.
Was it did Sharpay from High School Musical have a Chihuahua?
Yes.
Wasn't there like a sequel, like a movie where her dog got famous and she didn't? And oh no, it wasn't a Chihuahua. It's another thing. His name is Boy.
Isn't Sharpay also a breed of dog?
I don't think so. I wouldn't know,
like
to be honest.
It's spelled differently.
Oh, I hate the High School Musical wiki. I hate this. The background of the website doesn't fit the page. It's just like it doesn't continue down the page, and it doesn't even fit the width of the screen. So I can see like the right arm of one character and the left arm of another character peeking out from behind the body of the web page. And the mouse has been replaced with a basketball. And this is...
no. Oh no.
You know how the other week, I don't know if either of you were in the call, I went on to, it may have even been on the podcast, but I can't remember. I went on to the Kung Fu Panda wiki, and it had a custom cursor on it.
Oh, I think.
And it was completely unrelated to being a cursor. It was just Poe doing a random pose. But it did have a little arrow in the top left corner, so you still knew where the actual point of the cursor was. The cursor is a basketball, and it doesn't have that point, so I hate it.
That's annoying.
Yeah. There's a gap between the cursor and where the cursor pointer actually sits.
I hate High School Musical.
I'd also like to give a really big shout out. Okay, you know, on the right of a Wikia page or on Wikipedia, you get like a nice, it's like a list of important information. So you get a picture of them, like the name, and then you get like general information. And here it says, you know, the gender and age of Sharpay's dog, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm talking about? You know, on the right of a Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the links on the Wikipedia page, or well, on this little kind of bookmark shaped thingy, the links are all red, which makes sense. That's like the color scheme of High School Musical. Is black, red, and white. Some pairing of of red with one of those two colors. And the links are also red on the background, which is red.
Oh,
so you can't see any of the links on the page. So man, that's magical. Sorry, that was a bit of a tangent. I think that this has been a very productive session. I think we should end it here.
Yes. I'm still from that high of ranking Chihuahua so low. I felt like a great.
We did it. We did
a
it,
great
boys.
pain has been lifted.
We killed Chihuahuas.
Good riddance, I say. Good riddance.
Okay, so I've been Joshua Joel.
I've been Emilie.
And I've been Sam.
And we'll catch you later, honey. Wink.
Mwah.
Mwah.